What's up, everybody? I'm losing my mind. I'm looking for people. It's like I'm hearing ghosts. I'm like, where's Cousin Vinny? I
I'm
thought I
right
heard
here.
him.
I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm right here. Woo.
Ooh, Vinny's coming to us as a ghost today. No, Vinny is having a little technical problems. You know, his camera's not working, but we will hear Vinny. So I'm going to look at myself, talk to everybody out there.
You're a lot prettier than me. You're a lot prettier than me.
I would prefer handsome. But
well, you're all shaved up, so you're prettier.
take what I can get. Our producer Bobby's in the background. He's going to see if we could get a little picture of Vinny or something, because I don't know if you guys just want to look at my pretty face, like Vinny said. But on that note, let's get it started. Vinny, how you doing besides not seeing you, bro?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Everything's well. Got a couple, man. I got a nice beer. I sent you a picture of it for later on. I don't know if you got it, but it's all good, man. Everything's good on this end. You know, besides the technical difficulties, I've been kind of following up on what's going on OTAs and stuff, and kind of excited. You know, good things are happening.
That's good. We're gonna have to we'll touch base on that. Maybe Bobby will get a still of you. You know, I'm looking at myself over here on the replay. As always, guys, send out your comments, your questions. We'll get them out there. If you give, I believe, StreamYard permission, we'll be able to put them on the bottom of the screen down there. If not, like I always do, I'll read them off there. For some reason, it's not popping up on my Facebook page as of right now. Bobby's trying to get that going too. So, you know, for everybody on YouTube watching us, on Zingo watching us, and on Viva Los Bills, send in your comments as always, and we'll get going. Let me see if I see this picture you were sending me. Oh, I do have it here. So let's blow this up. What you doing? Let's see. Oh, okay, I sent you that. No, that's not it. Hold on. And boom. So Vinny, oh wow, look at this picture. This looks pretty cool. Go ahead, Billy. Vinny, talk about your thing. I'm sending up the little picture right here. Look at this.
All right, man. We doing it all. We doing it hood style, but it is what it is. We getting it done. Hey, I'm gonna try it out right here. Listen. See the audio? There you go. I just cracked it open. It's called the Skunk Knocker, Floridian beer. It's the Swamp Head Brewery, American Pale Ale. Let me tell you, hold on. You know the deal. 3 sips. Hold on. It's good. It's good. It's a little hoppy. It's a little hoppy, but you know me. I'm me with those IPAs, man. I've been kind of stuck on these IPAs and these pale ales. This one's pretty good, man. I give it, you know, a 3.8 out of 5. It ain't bad. Let me see the alcohol content. I'll get with you on that, but it's an American pale ale. It's actually good. It's called Swamp Head.
Oh, I'm gonna be like Vanna White here. Look at this. Oh,
you like Vanna White? Yeah. You like Vanna White? It's a 4.4, 4.6 on the alcohol content. But hey, a couple of these, man, and a good Bills win is all I need right about now.
Well,
I'll be good to go.
Well, at least you have that in hand. We're gonna have to wait for those Bills wins because you know, season's not close yet.
Hey, I'm pre-celebrating. How about that?
It's a pregame. Sounds good. I'll take it. Listen, I went with something a little different. I ran into the liquor store after work today. This is called Randensburger Pilsner Zierwick L beer. It's German. Ooh, look at that. It's a very pretty can. It's actually a limited beer. It's a hazy, which I don't know what the heck that is. Choice hops, pale malt, made with spring water. It's actually a pint here. What else? 4.8% by volume. So let's see. I've never had this before. Never even seen it before. German. There it is. Kick that back a little.
Sounds good.
I keep it classy. Actually, it's not bad.
Yeah, I can tell. I can tell it's not bad.
Whoa,
I can tell it's not good either.
Hold on, look at this. Bam. Mafia Mando in the house as always. Go Bills.
What's
So
up?
your picture hasn't come out. What's up, Mafia Mando? We gotta
We
have
got
you
to get
guys.
him back on, man.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have you on again. Spend some time, crack a few brews with us as I continue my rating of this beautiful Pilsner. So it's all right. It's not bad. It's okay. I don't know what else to say. It's not a
Hey,
bad
by the
beer.
way, the stump knocker that I got is a 5.6. I read it wrong. It's not a 4.6. It's a 5.6. So that's why it said, it smells really alcoholic,
Alcoholic. That's
alcoholic,
okay.
if you will. Yeah,
I
yeah,
never heard that. I never heard that description. Three. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. I guess. I don't know.
yeah.
I'm not big. It's
You don't
not
really
bad.
look like you enjoyed it, bro.
It's got like an aftertaste. It's not bad,
Hmm.
but it's not the greatest. That's pretty good. It's not bad.
Hey,
Listen,
That's why we're reviewing these.
that's right. That's part of our segment. We need to get picked up by some liquor store or something. Oh, by the way, my sister-in-law made the shirt.
Nice.
It's a little. It's all right. It's all right.
I
It's a
like
work in
it.
progress. It's our first one. We got to
For
do
sure.
something so it looks better. Anyway,
Viva los Bills, baby.
that's right. Viva Los Bills. We got some merch. Look at that. Oh, there it goes. So let's get on with the
All
show.
right. So you gave it my stump knocker from Swamhead Brewery, American Pale Ale. I give it a 3.8. And you gave what? What's the name of yours again?
You want me to say this again?
Yeah, just say it again in your rating. Maybe we can wrap it up.
Radensburger Pilsner. Yeah. Sick wicked beer. Sick wicked beer. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it says. Hey,
I hope
listen,
it's pronounced that way.
Mafia Mando. It will be raining dimes this season as Josh will be dropping them in mass quantities.
Sir.
If we're going off of OTAs of right now, everybody's looking pretty good out there.
Yeah.
He's throwing some sharp passes. So I'm threading in the needle into those what is it, the nets with the little squares and stuff. Where a guy with that accuracy, he was looking pretty good. I know it's just OTAs. They're looking out,
Yes, sir.
pretty good out there. Man, I like him. Mafia Mando. It's been a while since we heard from him. The man.
Yeah, man.
Oh, look at you. You're in the right corner now. Bobby got it. See, that's why Bobby's the man.
He snuck me in there.
Look at you.
I look like a big lollipop in the corner over there.
He kind of looked like, you remember the movie Flash Gordon?
Uh-huh.
The emperor at the end. What was the emperor's name?
Wow, damn.
Emperor.
Damn, I'm over here calling you pretty. You call me that emperor guy. God, it's all good. You're still my boy. You're still my boy.
You didn't say handsome. a little NFL news. Per Tom Pelissero, all signs point to the NFL keeping in place the shorter injury reserve, which I believe was around two or three, and I think they had to wait out 8 weeks. Not 100% on that. And they're going to keep the 16-man practice squad. Again, this is not official. This is the rumors happening. So, they're going to keep it the same they did last year for this year. I guess with the whole COVID thing still not ironed out. Why not? I like the idea of keeping 16 players, on your practice squad. Gives these guys a better chance of making the teams.
Absolutely.
What do you think?
I agree with you. I was thinking they were going to upgrade it a little bit more, maybe 18, maybe 20, but 16 is still good. You don't think so?
Well,
they got the salary cap bigger, so they could actually probably afford a couple of the guys on a practice squad. I was thinking maybe get 1 or 2 more guys.
No, they cut the salary cap. Remember?
I thought they brought it up to 200 and whatever. And from last week, we spoke about it last week.
That's for next year, for next season. So at the end of this season, that's when they're supposed to raise the.
For next year, not this season right now.
No, not this season. This season, we're just pretty much. It's at 198, I believe. If it is, and that's why everybody was having these cap issues and either trying to rework stuff, giving them bonuses, and pretty much how they did with Stephon Diggs.
I got you.
we'll touch on that a little later.
Yes, sir.
But I like the idea of having a bigger practice squad. This where more guys make the team, and you
Exactly.
just hope not more than 2 guys get injured because then you end up
Yeah.
having to cut people and let them go. Other news out there: the Saints are saying they do not have a solidified starter in Jameis Winston. As of now, he's having problems with their quick slants with his accuracy, which is a big thing for the Saints. They love running those quick slants to Michael Thomas and the other guys over there. So that's not good for them. I like Jameis Winston, but if he's struggling, what's going to
Taysom
happen?
Hill will take his job.
Yep. So
Taysom Hill might take a job. I like the way Taysom Hill played, last year. He's gritty, Jameis Winston, we still haven't given him a chance after his eye surgery and stuff. So we got to see how it plays out. But if the OTAs are any indication of his accuracy, he might be in trouble with Taysom Hill.
Yeah, we know Taysom Hill could throw that short ball. I don't know about the long ball, how good his accuracy is on the deep ball, but the short ball, he's pretty good. Like you said, he's a gritty guy. He goes out there. I would say he reminds me of kind of like a Tebow, but he has better accuracy.
Yeah.
But it's not looking good for Jameis if he can't pick that up. If he wants
to but Jameson, the good thing about Jameson, he's like, he's got the arm and he's like, he don't care. He'll chuck it up there. Some of these guys are like, they'll throw the ball, but kind of like, kind of apprehensive on throwing the ball, if you will. Like Tua in Miami, he really hasn't shown me anything deep that I'm nervous about. He's all, short little passes here and there. With Jameis Winston on the other hand, he'll chuck it up there, man, and let his receivers go do it, go get it. You know what I mean? And he did that with bad eyes, so we're gonna see how he does it with eye surgery. Now that he can see better, you know what I mean? I think he led the league a couple years in interceptions, but he had a high rate of, touchdown and deep passes. So he's not scared to throw the ball. So we're going to see how that plays out in the OTA for sure.
No, he'll swing the ball deep. And, he had his eye surgery. I think it was his shoulder was a little jacked up. He got to sit with Drew Brees. Said Drew Brees helped him out a lot. I personally like Winston, Florida State guy. So I'm hoping he does well. And that's it. Just work on that accuracy, that timing. That's the problem. You got to work on the timing with the quarterbacks, and the receivers, and that's why you have these OTAs, and hopefully everybody shows up and they can get on the same page. But I don't think the Saints are going to win the division without no Drew Brees. So,
and who's the third quarterback? Who's the other backup?
I'm not even sure. I'd have to look that up.
I think the kid from Denver, Trevor Siemian, I believe it is.
Oh,
I don't know. Really? I might be wrong. I don't know. But anyway, it'll be between them two, Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston. Yeah, and it's gonna be a tight one because Taysom Hill, that last game he played he was freaking. I liked him, man.
Could you imagine if they traded for Rodgers?
Ooh, yeah, that'd be scary.
That'd be kind of crazy.
It would be kind of crazy. You have to give up a lot for him, but is it not possible? Is it possible?
Yeah, I guess, but I don't think so. Well, it would be really tough.
Hold up. Now that you bring him up, you see, now we getting deep. Now the damn stump knocker's starting to kick in. We're gonna get deep now. Now we're gonna start getting philosophical. Well, what do you think? What do you think is a good spot for Aaron Rodgers? What do you think is his landing spot? Or better yet, let me question you. What spot do you think is best perfect for Aaron Rodgers?
If you're looking perfect without salary cap worries or anything dumb like that.
No. Let's say realistic. Then I'll change the question up. What's a realistic spot for Aaron Rodgers in 2021?
I said it before. I think if anybody, maybe Oakland Raiders. I'm not saying it's the best one. He wants to be in LA, not LA. He wants to be in California. He's a California guy. He wants to be either in San Fran or the Raiders were his two choices. He's not going to go to the Rams. They already have Bradford over there. Either one of those.
Denver. I heard Denver.
They said Denver too was an option. The only thing I would see that happening is because John Elway wouldn't mind doing it. Look, he took a shot with Peyton Manning. He got a Super Bowl. He tried with Joe Flacco. It didn't work.
Yeah.
Not Peyton Manning. Rodgers, is he better than Flacco? Yeah. He's playing better than Flacco. Denver has a young team. Is a better situation than he has in Green Bay. Listen, he's complaining about, I guess, certain people, whatever, the GM, but that's what everybody thinks. But he had top 10 receivers, top 10 running back, top 10 offensive line, top 10, I think, their defense. I don't know if the defense was top 10, but they had top 10s in a lot of categories. And people are, well, he doesn't have no weapons. Really? The guy has top 10 receivers. Everything around him is top 10.
1 and top 2 receiver.
Yeah, so stop it. He has weapons. He has players. I still say they should have won. They should have went to the Super Bowl, but he blew it. Yeah. He was forcing it to Devontae.
It was on him, man. It was on him.
Yeah, other guys. Do your checkdowns. He knows better than that. Don't force it. Yeah. They would have won. But you can blame whoever you want. Personally, out of the people or teams they suggested, I think Oakland could give up, a first round pick. They could either give up Mariota, a Carr, or eventually trade both of those guys.
Wow.
Because they're saying to get Rodgers, you're going to have to give up 2 number 1s, possibly a number 2 or a 3, and players. And to me, that's just crazy. But if I'm not doing it.
That kind of makes sense, though. You get rid of Carr and you get rid of what was the other one you just said? I just forgot it.
Mariota.
Yeah, because you still have that kid Nathan Peterman as a backup. I mean, I know a lot of people knocked him because of interception there, but man, listen, I seen the kid play. My son played against him in high school up here in Florida. So the kid got a gun. The kid was good. I mean, in my opinion, they threw him to the wolves. You saw how they threw him in there, like no experience, nothing with the injuries and everything. They just threw him in there. So he, you got to give the kid a break. I don't know how he would do over there. He's third. In terms of you got Carr, and he'll be the third one. But if he gets out, if they get traded and Aaron Rodgers go there, he'd probably be the backup over there, and then he'd have like 3 or 4 years in the league learning. So I wouldn't give up on that kid yet. My opinion.
Right now he's their third string. I messed up before because I said LA and they're in Las Vegas. My bad. Derek Carr, you could trade it with Derek Carr. You're going to save money there, it's pretty close. If not, you could give up Mariota and your first 2 picks and a third. Or watching him, he did struggle, but they put him in some bad situations. They started him against the Chargers, who had the top sack defense. They threw him in the Wolves against the worst or the best sack defense. That's not fair. And they have one of the best secondaries. They ate him up.
Yep.
Then you bring him in again the following week, I believe, when Tyrod got hurt.
Yep.
With less than a minute left in the game. So what are you going to do? You're going to throw where? To the sidelines. Not forcing. You don't really have those timeouts. So they picked him off going to the sidelines in the second game. So he never really got a real chance. It was a tough hill for him to go up. And then he went over there and Las Vegas, but at the time was LA or whatever, Oakland. He struggled a little. The kid now, he doesn't have to worry. He's fighting. They don't even have a 4th round or 4th string. So he's just keeping his 3rd string. Just learn. Sit behind Carr, sit behind Mariota, pick their brains, learn. And he's getting paid. He's making more money than we are to sit the bench. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And like you said, I would keep him on there. Why not? 3rd string. Yeah. And if he gets better, move him up to 2nd string eventually.
But what does that say to you about Mariota, man? He's a guy who was a starter. I think he's still got a little bit of gas in his tank. I think he still could be a starter somewhere.
Me too.
If they were to trade for him and get both of them guys, Carr and Mariota, I think that'll be a good deal for him, I guess. I don't know. They're getting 2 kind of decent quarterbacks for that.
You wouldn't do that because then you have Love. If you're going to take Carr most likely is going to start. And if he doesn't start, he's a trading block. And the same thing with Mariota. Mariota most likely will end up being the backup, and they give Love a chance. And if Love gets hurt, you have a competent quarterback, Marcus Mariota. The problem is, if you look at Marcus Mariota, where's he going to go play, or where's he going to start? If you look around the league, that's
not
the
really
problem.
anyway. Yeah,
unless you
might
went
go down to the Jets
Houston.
and be a backup over there.
Well, not even. If you want to start, you got to go like to Houston, especially with that mess still going on.
Yeah, but you got what's his name going in? We were just talking. You just Tyrod Taylor. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Tyrod's not going to really kill you, and he's not really taking you to the promised land.
Yeah.
Unless he has a really good year with a rough team, I don't see him doing much. Not to hate on him.
He ain't gonna win. He ain't, in a nutshell, he ain't gonna win a game for you, and he ain't gonna lose a game for you. He's kind of like the quarterback for Tampa when they won that Super Bowl that year. I forgot his name. But anyway.
Tampa?
Yeah, not this year. Like a couple years ago when they won. Last time they won. What the hell's his name, man? Now I forgot.
Was it Trent Dilfer? No, Trent Dilfer.
Yeah. It was Trent Dilfer. Yeah, like he won't win the game for you. He won't lose the game. You know what I mean?
I always liked Trent Dilfer.
Did you really? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You always said if he had a good passing receiving core, that he'd be good. I remember that.
I liked him,
but I kind of liked him because he won't lose the game for you.
Yeah. My thing with Aaron Rodgers, he's not showing up to mandatory. Well, he hasn't showed up for OTAs, which pretty much everybody knew. Now, is he going to show up for OTAs? And June 1st passed, so now they would be able to break down or spread the dead money into 2 years if they trade him now. So I want to see what happens, hopefully, in the next few weeks. The GM supposedly still saying they're not going to trade him. So who knows what's going to happen when? Wow. Where do you say? Denver? I say Oakland. Oh, sorry, not Oakland. I say the Raiders, if anything. Where would you say?
Oh, man. Yeah, that's a tough one, man. I'd have to agree that all the scenario that you put, I mean, it makes sense because he wants to be in, his hometown. He wants to do that Jeopardy show and all that stuff. So yeah, I think that might be the fit. I mean, I don't think Denver would be a fit because it'd be too far for him to do the show. So that kind of makes perfect sense. If they're willing to give up their first rounders and a couple players, I think that might be the spot for him to go. I agree with you on that. I didn't think of it that way, but then when you put it in perspective on, his home team, he wants to do the show and all that, and they got the guys to trade. They got I think they have the cap space for it too. So I don't know how bad they are in terms of, picking up that contract and stuff, but we'll see. I don't know.
I mean, if you wanted to get crazy and be like, just pick one spot or two, or like pick a spot, I would say the Saints because, that would be a great spot for him. He's going to have great receivers. Mm-hmm. He's got a good defense, even though they lost a lot because of the cap. But if I was just to say a team that he could go to and play for any team, you imagine him going to New England? You want to get crazy? And Belichick, you go trade him for 2 years.
That would be crazy.
You trade Cam Newton. Trade Cam Newton, 2 first rounds and a second for Rodgers in New England.
Well, I don't know. It sounds great, but I don't really think Green Bay is gonna trade for Cam. Cam, he had an opportunity last year with that 1-year contract, whatever, to kind of prove himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it wouldn't even be for that. It would be because they're going to start Jordan Love. Cam would be his backup, which would be kind of messed up or whatever. Yeah. You get your 2 first-round picks and maybe a second. That's pretty much what you're trading for.
But now, do you really think – now, get this, hear me out. Do you think they're going to throw Jordan Love in there right away? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or now that they have that number 1 receiver, good defense, top 10 offense, do you think they're going to, just throw him into the wolves or just get Cam in there and, and see if they can roll with it? Because, I mean, they were 1 win away from going to Super Bowl. They should have, to me, if Aaron Rodgers played better, they should have been in the Super Bowl. Yeah, he threw that, he kind of messed the game. I'm trying to keep it clean. He messed the game up. Yeah. So, they're 1 win away. So do you throw somebody in there with an experience, kind of, or do you go with Cam Newton that has kind of experience and
You could go and
wasn't
just say, hey,
Kobe.
you could say Jordan Love sat last year behind Rodgers. So now it's his team. You have top 10 offense, even though, don't get me wrong, excuse me, Rodgers is a big reason they were top 10 receivers and everything, on offense. So why not put the kid in there? He has good talent around him. And, don't lose the game for us. Don't force anything crazy. And they'll keep adding on to the playbook as long as he keeps learning and so forth.
Yeah.
Why not? And if I'm a crazy – listen, the Patriots actually have nothing to lose. Their fan base could yell and complain all they want. Jesus, how many Super Bowls did they win? You could just say, hey, listen, we already got you guys 7 Super Bowls. But if you want to get crazy, I mean, it's not one of the teams he said he would want to go to. I'm not sure if he would want to deal with Belichick's rules or whatever. But could you imagine just going to the Pats? You go from to Belichick's system.
And listen, as crazy as it sounds that you're putting it out there, it's not really far-fetched. I mean, they're loading up on offense, man. You look what they did with the receivers and tight, man. They are loading up. Now, do you really think about it as, is this Cam's team now? Or are they going to make one more major move with a major trade for a major quarterback to really seal that? Man, the AFC East would be so shook up if that was to happen. I mean, with all the stuff that Miami did, all the upgrades we've done, I mean, with Zach Ertz impending and, how our offense is starting to look, man, the AFC would be up for grabs, bro. I mean, it ain't just, I know Buffalo Bills, we're Buffalo fans, we're biased. We swept everybody last year. But if that was to happen, man, now, us as Buffalo Bills fans got to scratch our heads, be like, hey, man, it's going to be a tough year. It's going to be crazy because the Pats now are freaking stacked. Yeah. I'm not really worried about the Jets just yet, to be honest with you. But they might surprise us too. They got a lot of stuff going on over there too. So you never know what's going to happen. The AFC East, I think, is going to be the division within the next 2 years, year or two. That's going to be the toughest division by far.
I think so. I would agree with that. Also, if you want to get crazy too, listen, Big Ben, what's he making? $15 million or something like that this year? You want to get crazy? Ship Big Ben to what's it called? To Wyoming or not Wyoming, whatever. To the Packers.
Green Bay.
Packers, go get yourself.
That German dude got you talking about Wyoming, man.
For 2 years, if you wanted to get crazy. I mean, anyway, most likely it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders if he goes anywhere. That's what I think. Like I said years ago, well, not even. I said Brady. Brady should have went if I was Brady, but he won the Super Bowl. I would have said maybe go to Cleveland. But they love Baker Mayfield, so Cleveland's not going to trade for Aaron Rodgers. Just imagine Aaron Rodgers with Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry over there. And the running backs they have. That would be insane. Those guys would put up crazy numbers.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a whole bunch of what ifs. I don't think he's going to.
But I like that. I like that we're kind of exploring and giving the guys that are listening a chance to actually think about it. I mean, this stuff that you don't really think about. So we're kind of throwing it out there, and and the more we talk about it, the more scenarios come up, which is pretty cool. It's all good. We could just hope and see what happens.
If I was the owner of the Arizona Cardinals, I'm like, hey, you want Kyler Murray? I'll ship Kyler Murray over there for Aaron Rodgers with that roster.
I saw some kind of list of the 100 players, top 100 players, and Kyler Murray is way down there, 99 or 96 or something like that.
Listen, he's getting better. So we'll see this year. He has better weapons, and who knows what else they're going to do. But I don't know. I'm not going to hate on the guy. He beat us with some dumb pass.
Man, I'm going to hate on him. He trying to make a chain that says Hail Murray on it. Nah, get the heck out of here. I don't mind it. He get no problems with me.
Being that we skipped down a little. All right. Let me go over here. We did that. Cincy actually signed their first-round draft pick, Jamar Chase, to a 4-year, $30.8 million, fully guaranteed contract with $19.7 million. They marked it as a signing bonus. It's pretty much the same contract that Bobby pays me to do the show every week.
Yeah, I just get the bonus money.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Another guy, crazy name, Julio Jones. Julio Jones. Everybody's talking about Julio Jones. Where is he
Hmm.
going to go? So let's be just like everybody else. Where's Julio Jones going, Vinny?
Oh man, that's a tough question, man. There's speculation. Uh, Man, it depends where he wants to go. He's been talking about. I mean, who you think he's? I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna turn around on you. Who you think is, and I'll answer you.
Well, he's connected to the Pats. People keep saying maybe the Pats will trade for him. You know,
Hmm.
I don't want that to happen because
Hmm.
that would just be another big weapon they would have over there. Uh,
Hmm.
I don't know. The thing is, they want like a first round draft pick. Nobody's giving them a first round draft pick,
Hmm.
so that's not happening. So they're going to have to settle for a second round draft pick. And the other rumor is that so it's been up to a second round draft pick, but the team trading for him wants Atlanta to eat a big chunk of his
Yeah.
salary.
Yeah. Yep.
So you have to look for teams with cap space, or somebody who's going to trade away.
They don't want to get rid of him unless he, like you said, unless they get a
Yeah,
first round. So I
but the
mean, that's
problem,
a lot for Julio. I mean, he's still got a little bit of gas in his tank. He's still a baller, but a
yeah, he's
first
still good.
rounder.
I wouldn't want to give up a first round draft pick unless I'm a wide receiver away from the Super Bowl. So people have also linked up to the Indianapolis Colts. Can't speak. I think that would be a big move if they picked him up for the Colts. Now, do you want to give away a first round draft pick for him? If you believe in Carson Wentz, you believe in all the guys over there, then why not? You know, go for it. Shoot for the stars. Give up a second round pick or a first round pick. I'd have to check to see what salary cap they have, but why not? You're all in. Just go for it. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
they're
mind.
gonna get rid of him. I mean, Atlanta only has like 2.3 million left on their cap, and if he was to go on a trade, they save 15 million. So he's gone. He's out of there. He don't want to be there. He slipped up on a show with Shannon Sharp live. Shannon
Yeah,
Sharp called him. I don't know if you know that story. He called him live on his show, and Julio Jones didn't know that he was just talking to him. He didn't know he was on live, and he kind of slipped up, said a couple things. But I mean, I think a good spot for him. I don't know about New England, man. They don't spend a lot of money on a lot of receivers. It's really far fetched. I think New England. I think maybe who'd be a good fit for him? Probably the Titans, or maybe even Arizona. I think those are the guys that were talking about it, because they're gonna have to, they have to give up a lot. A first rounder.
yeah.
Golly, man, that's kind of a
Not a
lot, bro.
first rounder. They're gonna at least a second round pick. I think they're not gonna get a first round pick. They're gonna get a second round pick. But if you're looking at over here, like I said, Indy has $17 million in cap space still.
Yeah.
San Fran is another team. Why not? They could use
Mm,
a vet like that on
yeah.
offense. They have $17 million in cap. Cincinnati Bengals. I don't think he wants to go there, even though they have 20 million in cap. Listen, the Pats still have $20 million in cap space. A
Do they really
crazy
that much?
team. Yeah, a
Mm.
crazy team. That's
So
what it says
it ain't
here,
far fetched for them to go over there.
according to sportstrack.com. That's what they have. You know who you
Mm.
want to get crazy? If you want to be really crazy,
Mm.
Cleveland Browns still have $21 million worth of cap space.
Mm.
Could you imagine you put him, Odell Beckham, Jarvis Landry, and Julio Jones?
Jeez.
That'd be insane. What an insane lineup. If I'm them, I'd
Jeez.
be like, yeah, sure. You want a second round pick? Here, we'll take care of the money. They have the money. The Jets have $30 million still in space.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Denver and Jacksonville still caps at 38. I mean, there's a lot of squads. Arizona Cardinals have $13 million. And with the Bills restructuring the contracts over there, I think they're at 11 million according to this. But again, the Bills
Should be
don't
more.
really
It should
need
be
them.
more. I think. Man, but
So
listen, I like that. I like what you're saying, but can you imagine the Titans too, bro? That would be crazy. You got Tannehill, you got AJ Brown over there,
yeah,
and with Julio Julio Jones on the other side, man, and Derrick Henry. Holy mackerel, with the play action and all that, man, they'd be there. That's a team I'd be scared to play if that was to happen. But the teams realistically that are in the hunt, huh?
The Tennessee Titans only have $3 million in cap space, so they can't afford them unless they rework people's contracts or they trade somebody off with a contract. So I can't see that happening. Same thing like Seattle. Seattle would have to do something because all they have is $4 million in cap space. Yeah. So I mean, there's ways to do it, but I don't know. Real quick, we already touched on that. Where did you say Houston, Tennessee? I mean Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, I like that, but the Colts seem like it'd be a good place for them too, man. And the Colts, let me tell you something. Colts gonna be dangerous this year. I've been kind of following up on all the stuff they're doing, and they're gonna be a scary team, bro.
They were dangerous.
I know we play them this year, and I don't know. We're gonna have to do our season record picks, and I think I might have to pick. I hate to do it, but I think the Colts might take it against us this year. Oh, yeah, man. I was looking at the schedule and come up with 3 losses, and Colts was one of them. I had the Colts. You gotta drink. Are you drinking to that? Or are you drinking because you don't believe it?
Both.
I say the Colts, Tampa Bay, and the KC are going to be the real. Those 3 games are the ones that are going to put us. Win or lose there. We'll see. Those are the 3 games I think we're going to struggle with. To put it that way.
That yet. All right, real quick before we get out of this, it's good. Some Bill stuff here. Texans signed veteran running back Rex Burkhead. By the way, the GM, he used to work with Pat, so he's bringing in some of these old Pat players. Deshaun Watson pretty much said again he won't attend OTAs, still wants a trade. What's crazy is that if he doesn't even show up to these OTAs or mandatory OTAs, there's a chance that the NFL could put him on the commissioner exempt list while he's going through these lawsuits or whatever. If he does get put on that list, he still makes all his money.
Who are you talking about?
Deshaun Watson.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Rex Burkhead for some reason.
If they put him on the NFL's exempt list, right, he still will make all his money, no fines, nothing. So there's a reason for him to show up. There's a reason for him to show up for the mandatory, because if he shows up for the mandatory OTAs and they put him on this exempt list, he's fine. Everything's good. Yeah. Now, if they don't put him on this list, then he's going to get hit with the fines and he's going to lose money, which makes no sense to me, because if he's getting investigated for this, the NFL's gone through it. You got 22 plaintiffs still going after him. Nobody's dropping it. There's got to be there's smoke, there's fire. And if you put him on an exempt list and he still gets all his money, the NFL's like crazy. It would be crazy, because you chastise other people for doing something not as bad as this or not even close to this. And guys who do stupid stuff like this or have admitted vehicular manslaughter, and they get chances while other guys take a knee and they never get to see the NFL again. It's pretty ridiculous. And the NFL should look up on that and fix their crap if that happens. And again, me personally, if I'm another team out there, I'm not touching Deshaun Watson. But if I'm the Houston Texans, I'm trying to trade him as fast as I can. As fast as I can, I would trade this guy. But it's crazy.
His value went down. I mean, he's kind of been labeled around the league as a not a team player. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of chit chat going around him, and plus the stuff that he got. The teams are trying to devalue him. They're trying to bring his value down so they can get him for nothing. You know what I'm saying? They're trying, with the problems that he has, he's not a team player, yada, yada, yada. Now, what are they going to try to do once they devalue him? And you're right. If he shows up to the mandatory, he's cushed. He'll be all right for a while. You know what I mean? But I don't think they're going to let that happen. I think they're going to do some type of clause or some type of suspension, because there's just too many allegations, too much shady crap going on for him to just hold off that much.
Yeah.
And teams ain't gonna want to touch him. I wouldn't want to touch him. If you're a GM, will you want to touch him?
No, I wouldn't want to touch him. I wouldn't touch him. But if I'm the Houston Texans, man, I am shopping him anywhere. You want, give me a first round, second round, give me a few first, whatever I could get for him, give it to me. I'll save some cap space, hopefully, and it'll be gone. That's a headache I don't have to worry about. If the stuff comes out that it did happen, I don't have to worry about it. Now people will be like, well, if it didn't happen, well, man, 22 accusations is a lot.
Yeah.
Just give me what I could get. Give me that deal you were going to get Seattle. I mean, not Seattle. You guys were giving up for Russell Wilson, 2 number ones or 3 number ones or whatever.
Maybe he'll go to the Patriots.
Gone. And then he could go with Kraft.
Yeah. Oh my God. They'll be like, hey, where'd you go? I know where to go.
I know where to go.
But Houston's a mess, man. They're gonna come up with they're starting a new defense, all these new coaches, rookie head coach. Man, it's gonna be a mess over there, man. Even if he stays, it's gonna be ugly over there. I don't know. We're gonna do our weekly picks, and I don't see Houston winning this year. I think they got so much crap going on over there. They're gonna be like the Jets of the 80s and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, or the 90s, when they didn't hardly win anything. Yeah. But I might be wrong. We're just speculating at this point.
Yeah. Well, we've been talking about a lot of other crap except for the Bills. Let's get into some Bills info with Bills Show for the fans.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, like I said, anybody has questions, comments, throw them up there. We'll get to them. Bills players. We touched on this last week. Josh Allen, Tremaine Edmonds. Like, hey, don't ask us about vaccinations. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. You guys don't need to ask me on it. Bam! Poyer. Look at you chilling with Poyer up there. Jordan Poyer. Via the Buffalo News, he was quoted, real quick, before we start, I'm not going to be answering questions about vaccines. So if you guys can direct your questions all to football, I would love to answer them. All respect. I appreciate it. Listen, I respect it. His girlfriend or wife, she's been public about it, but she doesn't want to get it. Certain people don't want to get it. I think it should be their option. And man, if the team is telling the news, listen, stop asking us about it. Just stop asking them. Respect them. What the hell? Just leave them alone. Why drive these guys crazy with the same stuff all the time? It makes no sense. Oh, look at this guy. Look at this. What is Dave? Dave. It's a Bills show.
Is that Kirk Cousins?
No,
is that Kirk Cousins?
That's not Kirk Cousins. Hey, by the way, Dave, I thought you were acting as Kirk Cousins, who's been chiming into our show the last 2 or 3 weeks. The guy just calls himself Kirk Cousins, has a picture of Kirk Cousins, but we're not sure if it's Kirk Cousins. I highly doubt it is. But, he has.
That would be hilarious if it was him for real, though. Like he's bored at home, like, let me mess with these Bills fans because I miss Diggs. Let me see what Diggs is up to.
It would be. And we just have to have him on. So, Dave, do some investigating. Find out if it's Kirk Cousins. Anyway, how do you feel about the whole vaccination crap for these guys saying, yo, don't ask us about it? That's it. We don't want to talk about it.
Hey, I respect their decision. You know what I mean? If they want to get it, they get it. They don't want to get it, they want to get it. Everything's coming to light with all this vaccination stuff. It's just all these new things with Fauci and everything coming up. So it kind of makes you double guess what's going on, So me personally, I haven't gotten one yet. I don't know if you gotten your shots yet. I haven't gotten any shots yet.
Yo.
Oh, you're going to stop
vaccinations, bro.
All right. I haven't got them yet. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It's a tough, you got to respect what they want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody's talking about, well, they need to get it to keep everybody else safe. But, man, I don't know about you, but out here in Florida, man, ain't nobody got any mask on no more. Ain't nobody got, it's like it just disappeared. You know what I mean? It's like the COVID disappeared. I don't hear anything anymore in the news about COVID anymore. It's just like the weirdest thing. It's just like it disappeared off the face of the earth. So I don't know. I don't trust in the media. So, even though we're some media guys, but I respect them for, standing for what they think is, that's why we live in a free country. If they don't want to talk about it, they don't have to talk about it. That's it. That's the way I look at it.
That's Vinny's mic drop.
There you go. Wait, hold on. There you go. I just dropped that mic.
There you go. Bills made some moves. This man, Bills re-signed Reed Ferguson to a 3-year contract extension. He has been with the Bills. Well, he's been the Bills' long snapper over the last 4 years. Actually, he was an undrafted.
Hey, he kind of looks like me there, except I'm a little darker.
A little younger too. A little younger.
Yeah, he's a little younger.
Yeah, it's crazy that he's a captain just for being a long snapper.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta love the number. Anyway, he was an undrafted rookie out of LSU in 2016. He spent that year on the practice squad, then took over the job the following year. What's that tell you? It tells you even an undrafted rookie, if you put in your work, take your time, and look at him now. He has a 7-year contract already with the Bills, going strong. So look at all those undrafted rookies. Look at Levi Wallace, my boy. Not my boy, but Levi getting in, putting in the work, winning the starting position. Just get in there. All these undrafted rookies coming in now, put in that work, man. You can end up on the squad one day. I
don't think Reed Ferguson had a botched snap last season.
No, I don't think so either. By the way, I don't know why it's coming up as Facebook user, but this is Jason Maldonado. Hey, will you get the vaccine for free Bills tickets? Laugh out loud. Is it for the season?
Just one ticket. Not the whole game.
I will say this: it's an 8-hour drive from my house. I got a long drive, but maybe I already have it. I don't know. Don't ask me these things. But come on now.
Keep it on the hush.
Yeah, keep it on the hush. So congratulations to Reed Ferguson for getting a 3-year extension, a contract. Yes, the one thing, like we said before, Brandon Beane and McDermott, they're keeping the in-house guys, man. They're not letting these guys go. And a lot of these guys don't want to go nowhere. They want to stay with the Bills because of the family feel and so forth like that. Talking about that, this guy, he's not even he came out last year, and you would think he's been here forever. The Bills restructured Stephon Diggs' base salary into a signing bonus of $11,718 plus $333, which freed up $7,800,000 and change in cap space for 2021. That has everybody speculating that they might go and trade for Zach Ertz.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is crazy for this guy to just come in. He was supposed to be a problem. He was supposed to be trouble over there in Minnesota, and he's come here and he's done nothing but gel with the squad and everybody else in there. I mean, I have nothing but good things to say about Diggs. Didn't even want to change his number, so people didn't even have to go spend more money. I mean, This guy's been on point.
Yeah, man. And you gotta give props to Beane, bro, for doing this. I mean, he did all that stuff with as a bonus. So because Diggs' base salary for this year was supposed to be $12,700,000, but by giving up, how Beane structured it as bonus money, that figure dropped to $990,000, almost $1 million, which is the minimum for a player with 6 years of NFL experience. So you got to give props to Beane for doing it, finagling the numbers like that.
Yeah.
But the good thing about that is that he gets $11 million immediately as a sign-on bonus. So he's getting paid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Look at this. This is from Dave Brown. Again, coming up on Facebook user. It's my Minnesota buddy Dave. I don't care about the virus. Can the Bills give Diggs back? No, Dave. No, we cannot give Diggs back. He is staying with us.
So real quick, I got the numbers real quick. Instead of having a cap hit of 14,258,000 in 2021, by getting a bonus, the figure drops to 6,400,000. That breaks down as in the following: $900,000 in the base salary, $3 million in a signing bonus proration, 1 million roster bonus, 100,000 workout bonus, and 450,000 previous contract restructure. So the dude Bean, bro, that's why he was voted pretty much GM of the year. I mean, he's working magic, and I'm loving every bit of it. Besides Bill Polian, this dude is off the chain, man, and he's just showing why he's the GM for the year. And by next year, I hope he wins it again.
Yeah, well, if they keep doing what they're doing and they continue to win, there's no reason why he wouldn't. What's insane is that, listen, the Bills' depth is crazy. They went out and re-signed all these offensive linemen. They signed all these corners. It's crazy what they've done. And just, salary cap's going to go up next year. So hopefully they'll be able to sign Allen, which they're going to try to do. Tremaine Edmonds, most likely he's going to stay. And then I'd have to look to see who else is going to be a free agent next year. Well, Levi Wallace, a lot of guys sign one-year contracts. To me personally, I think Levi, they'll re-sign him unless he struggles this year. But who knows? Real quick, video of this guy, bam, popped up of him working out. Star Latulier. He was doing some drills.
About damn time.
Yeah, but he's not in OTAs. But I would tell you this, from the videos I saw, he dropped a lot of weight. And that's not a big thing when he's supposed to be plugging the middle.
Nah, I want a big fat DT.
I've been saying that for the longest time. Yeah. Nobody's listening to me. But
in that picture looks like kind of like Reuben Brown there. I mean, like kind of like big like that. But
look at that.
I mean, he's big in that picture.
He doesn't even have a belly there. Where's the belly? There's no belly.
Yeah, but look at them damn legs and them arms, bro. Let one of them look, he's tackling the dude with one paw. Look at that.
Yeah. Well, that looks good. But still,
yeah.
What's going on there? Star needs to step up. I mean, I don't know. I like Star. I need him to get up there. But come on, man. Put on some weight. He can't be losing.
You figure he was at home during COVID, he'd be having a lot of Twinkies and stuff and get a little fatter. But I guess he was working. You know who looked big that I saw a picture of was Snow. What's his name? Snow.
Snow.
Oh my God. Yeah. He's like not Snow. He always says. I'll get back to you on that.
You're talking about, oh man, Ford. Is it Cody Ford?
No, not Cody Ford. Is it Cody Ford?
This is the offensive lineman from Jersey. That's
yeah, I think it was Cody Ford. I just saw a picture of him, man. He was freaking huge, bro. No, not Cody Ford. It wasn't Cody Ford. Oh my God! Just keep talking. I'll figure out who it is. It'll come back to me.
All right.
He always writes those letters. He always writes the letters about on behalf of the Bills and stuff.
Yeah, I know. I just can't remember his name right now. I can see his face. I thought it was Ford, but maybe it's not Ford.
It'll come to me in a minute, bro. It's that damn Pilsner.
I loaded this, but I guess I didn't because I'm a scrub right now. But I'll put this up real quick, even though I'm in the background. The Bills have signed their first round pick, Gregory Rousseau, to a 4-year deal that includes a total guaranteed of $11,367,000. So our number one pick, Greg, has signed, leaving us only one guy, our third-round pick, Spencer, jumped through tables, Brown, to sign. Besides that,
Dawkins, that's what it is. Yeah. He got big, man.
Huh?
The picture I seen, he got big. To me, it looked like he gained weight, like he got big, bro.
That's fine. It's offensive lineman. You want those big boys up there.
Yeah, man.
So Spencer jumped through tables. Browns is the only guy who has to sign. Get your butt in there, sign the contract, and let's go. And
don't jump on no damn tables either.
Yeah, I guess that's it for that. Listen, we got about 5 minutes left. We'll talk about OTAs as of now. There was on Wednesday, meaning yesterday, running back Taiwan Jones, not there. Mitch Morse, not there. Darrell
Mm.
Williams, not there. Bobby Hart, who? Not there. Mario Addison, not there. Jerry Hughes, not there. Starla Tulileli, not there. Vernon
Mm.
Butler, not there. And Saran Neal, not there. Again, these are voluntary, but
Yeah.
pretty much half the squad has been there. Stephon Diggs ended up going. Singletary ended up joining them. There was somebody else I can't remember. So most of the players are joining. We'll say I understand it's voluntary. You don't have to be there, but you see your teammates going in there, putting in that work. It's like you would think you want to be there. Personally,
Bro,
Taiwan
especially
Jones,
Don. You know I'm on that. You know I'm on his crap, bro. You know I'm on his. You know what, man?
yeah,
He did not play last year. You figured he'd be the first one here to want to play.
yeah. Well, he's not there. Taiwan Jones, you signed a 1-year contract. I don't think he's going to make the team. That's just me.
Mm.
You're not even showing up for OTAs. You got Antonio Williams putting in work. You got Moss, Singletary. They're not going nowhere. You got Breda there. You got Christian Wade putting in work, and he's there. Personally, I'd keep those 5. And Taiwan, you're on my practice squad or you're gone. That's just me.
If I was Taiwan Jones, I'd be right in front of the facility. When they open the doors, I'd be standing right there.
Yep. Listen, Mitch Morse, I get it. Old school vet. All right, you're not there. You're not there. That's fine. Mario Addison, Jerry Hughes, 2 old vets. You're not there. You're not there. Let these rookies get their practice in.
They've been there, done that. I got you.
Yep. I'll show up. I'm like, you know what? All right, Rooks. Now we're gonna show you what we do. Fine. Surprisingly, Saran Neal is not there.
Mm-hmm.
And with these other kids stepping up, Jackson, Tyron Johnson.
Yep.
Sorry, you got these young kids, man, hungry. And he's
hungry,
young.
bro. Dane Jackson, I've been hearing a lot of good things about him, bro.
Yep.
A lot of good things about it.
All right. So, and another thing, you got cornerback Steven Nelson from the Pittsburgh Steelers, free agent. He actually reposted a post from BIB, Built in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Like saying, hey, like he's an option for them, and he reposted it, and now the Bills have this extra money. Now, is it for Zach Ertz or is it to pick up another corner? Me personally, I've said before, I don't think we need them. You said maybe a corner, but who knows?
Yeah, but with Dane Jackson and his emergence in the OTAs, and the guys are like gushing over him, they're saying he's really stepping up. I think Zach Ertz might be a possibility, man. I think. With the money being freed up, we might snag him up. We'll find out. And they're even talking about Julio Jones too. They're even talking about that. It's ridiculous though. I don't think we need him because his salary is like $15 million, then 11 the following, then another 11.
Yeah.
And they want a first round. Would it be nice? Yeah, but I don't think it's they're talking about it. That's what the rumors are. That. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I was just going to say, if I'm the Bills, listen, also Dawson Knox said he wouldn't mind the Bills trading for Zach Ertz. He's like, hey, more competition, the better. He's like, I already like meeting Hollister, who they brought in from Seattle. Zach Ertz would just add on, and it's more competition. That's the good thing how McDermott has these guys. It's all competition, getting better, pushing each other to get better. But I wouldn't give up a first or a second for Ertz. Maybe a third or a fourth, nothing crazy. And no, I wouldn't trade for Julio Jones because I'm not going to give up a second and pay that contract when you have a plethora of wide receivers who are proven already. I wouldn't do it. You told me.
I think instead of paying Zach Ertz, because I think it's like an $8 million contract that the Bills going to have to eat if he comes over here. They might be waiting for him to get cut from the Eagles to snatch him up on a 1-year deal. I think that's what they're waiting on. And remember, we still got a lot of trade deadlines and stuff to go on. People are going to get traded, man.
Yeah, the problem with that, though, is if he goes into free agency or they cut him, a lot of people might overpay for him. So if you could get him at $8 million is not bad for Zach Ertz.
No.
But I'm not trading a first or a second round pick for him. Terrell Adams, real quick, he's making waves. He was with Houston last year in 16 games. 12 as a starter. He had 125 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. He's been making waves, looking good in practice. He's also on a 1-year contract. Dane Jackson, like I said, hopefully, I think he's going to be in the 53-man roster, and so forth. It's about that time. We're coming to an end. By the way, I guess we'll push this to another week. I said I was going to give this jersey out. Well, this is mine, or shirt, that I have a small of for somebody out there who's a fan of the Buffalo Bills, Darryl Talley. Again, go to our Facebook page, like it, subscribe, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, join our page, Viva Los Bills, on Facebook. For Vinny, look at Vinny. You're still up there in the little corner, man. I don't even know if I can get it. Let me say that.
I'm riding it out.
So we're going to say good night. It's about that time. Thank you, Dave Brown. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Clark Webster, also known as Bills Mando, for checking in. Everybody else who watched, thank you. Check us out next week. Hey, join. I'll pick one of the winners.
Viva los Bills, baby. Go Bills.
Go Bills. Viva los Bills. Buenas noches. Hasta la próxima. There's Mr. Vinny. And we're going to say good night. Good night, everybody. Peace.